Hey everyone, Bullberry Show is back with a third twist in a row. I decided to set up a new video series here. As you may know, usually I take older games. My benchmark is about a year since release at least. However, there are also newer games, which I wanted to show as well. It doesn't make too much sense to make the same grading as for the older games, as, well, there are quite some content makers on that topic. Likewise for the guides, as I prefer trying over getting too deep in the new games nowadays. Before we proceed, this is a tiny channel, so every like and comment matters. So, I came up with the idea. How does a usual day in a game pass? I mean, not the real day, but imagine you come home in the evening and you have 2 to 4 hours of playtime. What would you expect? What would be the progress and stuff like that? We're going to see the routine, what normal player would experience or participate in. Obviously, in one day, you cannot see everything that is in the game. Just daily stuff which you can put in several hours of gameplay. And exactly that is why I'm starting a day in a game video series, and the first game is Marvel Rivals, or Overwatch 3, as it is referred to. I've started playing recently, and had not more than 20 hours of gameplay by the time I hit the record button. So what I've done so far was unlocking all modes, trying a good chunk of the heroes, and getting into the game itself. This was done in order not to start from zero, and, you know, not get familiar with the basic mechanics online. Alright, it's Thursday, and let's have a look what we got here. As you can see, I haven't been online for a couple of days, so there are quite some daily quests. There are also 3 weekly challenges, which are the same as the daily quests, but take longer to complete. I haven't completed only one event quest, but we'll get back to it later. And last, but not least, I still have stuff to do for the painting event. First things first, this has to be said, but there are pretty much not too much things to do except for running one match after another. So joining the first one, as usual there is drought of either healers or tanks, which is the problem for literally any role-based team game. For the quick match, there are no locked roles, so I'm also helping the team up. Picking the shark to get in the mood, throwing people off the map with myself. You know, the usual stuff. Other than that, just a normal routine, throwing stuff at enemies, spitting at friends and winning the game. Let's see the progress after the match, and yeah, it is a nice step towards the completion of the quests in the very first match. Nice. And also a random achievement. Literally, I have no idea how to progress through them, especially the last category. Anyhow, let's do it again, and again the support pick. Shark seems good, let's spit it out a little bit. It goes pretty smoothly today. Let's try another one, and guess what? Again, there's shortage of healers. I suck a bit as Adam Warlock, until I notice we literally have 0 tanks. Alright, time to switch then. Obviously no one else is willing to switch with me, so now we have shortage of healing and eventually lose. Who would have guessed, huh? Alright, let's check the progress now, and we're pretty much done with the quests. Yeah, there are a couple of things to do, but we can switch to the last event mission I have. Good thing, and I really like it here, that the progress is counted towards matches with bots too, so you can easily finish a couple of challenging ones without ruining the game for your teammates. Said, done. Let's dive with the easiest bots to finish the quests and the event. Yeah, that's much better this way. Spending 5 minutes to get stuff done, and finally getting the 5th part of the event and the costume for Thor with it. And we're actually done with the dailies and the recurring activities. Now what? Well, now you can literally play the game. Let's dive in competitive for a match. And in the meantime, I have to comment on the game loop itself. Honestly, the amount of content now is limited to ranked or unranked games. Kind of a deathmatch and kind of a football regime. Other than that, once the daily activities are done, and you have everything for the current event, there is only one thing, trying to get achievements, or trying to get better in the game. But honestly, who needs that? Anyway, we lost this competitive match, but at least I have something to show you, something I haven't seen for quite a while. Angry Russian chanting over voice chat.
Скажите мне, я дохуя прошу просто нормальный хил адекватный. Просто хоть один, блядь, в жизни, блядь, моей ебаной.
Marvelous, ain't it? By the way, I'd like to dive in Counter-Strike anytime this year to make another video from Noob Experience series. Please let me know if you wish it to be done next after this. On EU servers, I can bet that there's still Rush B philosophers there. All in all, I lost this competitive match and still stay in Bronze League. Let's get back to football. Well, it seems to also be seasonal, and somewhere in between Lucia Ball from Overwatch and Rocket League. Honestly, never was a fan of such game mode. But since it's limited in time, gotta grind those paints. This new mode can be described as you pick one of 3 roles. Black Widow for long runs, Iron Fist for kicking enemy carriers, and Start Lord for trick flights and scoring. After you're done with the picking, the match goes until 10 points, or until the time runs out. I have several questions to this mode. Say, you can't throw the ball. You have to cross the line yourself, which doesn't make too much sense. Also, I still don't get what's up with the difference between 1 score and 3 score goals. The good thing is that the matches are very short, and it usually takes no more than like 5 minutes to finish a game and jump into another one. So I had to run like 4 matches to complete the majority of the quests for the paint. I'll finish the one with the passes later, as I suck at this game anyway. After that, I still have a tiny bit of time to run another match, now with a damage dealer to finish the KO challenge. As you can see, Scarlet Witch was an obvious pick, and on lower ranks she is just insane. I've heard about the nerfs incoming, but as of now she's just dirty easy and hell of efficient. Won another game, got some more experience, and happy to wrap it up for today. So basically, 2 hours later, I did almost all outstanding activities, and if getting back to the available content, I can now play and do some achievements, or climb the ranks if I can. Even though the game is fun, there's pretty much no incentive to log in until I receive the next pack of quests, which will pop up in a day or 2. And you know what? I like it. There is Seasonal Pass, but yet again, the progress is tied to the quests and challenges, which we already did. Besides, for a cheap player, the majority of good rewards is locked under cash access anyway, so no big deal in missing a day or 2. I mean, a lot of free-to-play games make you suffer and grind to get stuff done, and here they took easiness to hop on and hop off from the Overwatch. You can play if you want to play, competitively, but you can also have some rest anytime without FOMO devouring you for missing stuff. I'm pretty sure that there will be more content added down the road, as the game had a good start. Obviously, 2 months from release cut the player base a bit, but the decrease was definitely not that sharp, and Tencent will try to milk the cow anyway. It was Bullberry, and if you liked this video, hit like and subscribe button. See you next episode. Cheers.